Okay, Mike Mallory is going to be here on the call with us. Mike is our Regional Director of Sales for the Mountain and Central region. So if that's your area, he is our Regional Sales Director. Hopefully you know him. Just a couple things I want to share about Mike Mallory. He is a husband and a dad of 5. He is the handiest dude around. I don't know if you guys follow along with him on social media. He always has a project. It's like all the handiness I wish my husband had. He's rebuilding rooms and fixing walls. It's just incredible. He has an amazing sense of humor, you guys. If you follow along with him on Facebook, he's always joking around, posting about his kids. It's hysterical. So definitely follow him. He lives in Utah. He loves to drive. Who is still not muted? Let's find you.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm going to find you. Mike, I am going to let you unmute once I find out who's not muted. Hold on, guys. Okay, I think we got it. I think we got quiet now. All right, Mike Mallory, will you unmute? What I would love for you to do, because some people just don't really know exactly what our regional sales reps do, how you can best support us, or how we can lean into you and what you do. So I would love if you would just unmute and tell us about you. Tell us how you support us. He does, guys. He's amazing. And some of the things that you do for us.
I am cracking up over all these voices jumping on. It's really entertaining to me. Well, thank you, Laurie, aka Lauren Frierson. I appreciate that intro. You're giving me a big head. You are way too nice. You guys, I'm really not that handy. I just watch tons of YouTube videos. And if you were to ever look at my projects up close, you'd say, obviously professional didn't do that. So anyway, I appreciate the amazing intro. Anyway, you guys, yes, my name is Mike Mallory. Like Laura said, I oversee the central time zone states and the mountain region time zone states. So I oversee 22 states in the US. Cal Elam Puranar, if you know him, he oversees the Pacific time zone states in the US. And then, of course, we have Christopher Nish in the Eastern time zone states. So the three of us oversee the country. And then we have Alfonso Catania up in Canada. And just to give you guys kind of a brief overview as to what our job is, I could sum it up in 2 words: to support you. That is literally what we are here for. So actually, you know, before I go any further, I'm going to do something right now. I want everyone to get their phone out, and I want them to put my cell phone number in their phone. Everybody, put my number in your phone. There is nothing I hate more than when people say to me, "Oh, Mike, I had this big issue over the weekend, but I didn't want to bug you." That's literally my job. Please bug me. If customer service is not available or they're just not able to help, I want you to always reach out, and I'll tell you other things I can help with as well. But here's my number, 801. Actually, you know what? I'll write it in chat as I say it. 801-592-5007. That's my cell phone. A lot of you might message me on, Facebook Messenger or Instagram. That's all fine too, but I don't see that stuff as often. So I tell people, text me, especially if it's urgent. Anyway, just wanted to get that out there. So what is it that the sales team does, and how can I support you? So like I said, we do a number of different things, you guys. I would say some of the top maybe 5, 6 things. Number 1, we are here to teach you about reports. And this it doesn't matter if you've been here for 10 years or you just started last week. Sometimes we just don't have the opportunity to get to know the reports. We don't realize how much really good information is there. Also, being the sales guy, being on the corporate team, I could kind of sit down with you and talk to you about which reports are better than others, because some update daily, other ones, might take a few days, things like that. And then in those conversations talking about reports, it obviously leads to strategy. So we can take a look at your team. We can talk about strategy. I can point out maybe different areas of the compensation plan that you're not taking advantage of, where you might be leaving money on the table, and things like that. So strategy, reports, that's probably one of the biggest things that I'm here for, that I can support you with. Another big piece, and this is probably my favorite thing to do, is recognition, right? If you guys follow me on social media, I do post a ton about my kids, but I also do a ton of recognition. So anytime there are rank advancements, anytime the top enrollers, the top leader in action point earners, whatever it is, I do a lot of recognition like that. But also, let's say you're building your business and you've got a new up and comer and they just got their very first enrollment and you want to keep them excited. I encourage people, hey, reach out to me. Send me a quick text, say, hey, Mike, Joe Brown just got his first enrollment. Would you mind shooting him a quick voice message and just letting him know that, hey, corporate sees you and we're excited? It seems silly, or it might seem silly to some of you, but man, people love that stuff. I don't think I'm that cool, but for some reason, hearing from corporate, like that's exciting and people like to be seen. So recognition is another huge piece. I encourage you guys, like, take advantage of that as well. Event support, that's another big piece. So if you guys are running events, and this could be in person, it could be via Zoom. I mean, team calls is another form, I guess, of events. I'm here to support you in that way, right? I'm happy to train on anything you need. It might be compensation. It might be a new product. It might be just like what we're talking about today. What is it that you even do, Mike? Right? A lot of times people just want me to introduce myself so they know, hey, corporate's here. I can support you, things like that. But if you do in-person events, there are going to be times where, and I can't promise this every time, but there are a lot of times where you can say, hey, Mike, I'm going to put this event together. I'm going to put it up on the website. It's open to everyone. Is there any way that corporate would be willing to send a couple of giveaways, some products, things like that? I will most of the time say, you know what, let me see what I can do. I can shoot some products your way. Obviously, as those events grow, and I would encourage you guys, I could talk all day about events. I freaking love events. In-person stuff is where it's at. But let's say you start, creating events and doing those events consistently, they start to grow. You reach out, you say, hey, Mike, you know what? I think we might have 50 people at this next event, 75 people, 100 people. Would you be willing to come out? Heck yes, I would. As a matter of fact, we did a random little road trip a few months ago. I went into St. Louis and hung out with Lori and her team. I think we only had, it was like 20 people or something, right? But it was more of just an informal get together, building relationships, connecting, that sort of thing. So really, I'm open to all kinds of things, you guys. Anything I can do to support you, that's really my purpose. And the last piece I'll share, and some of you might laugh at this, but I spend a ton of time just giving people pep talks. I really do, right? We have amazing leaders. I would always encourage you to talk to your upline, but there are a lot of people that have an upline that they're not active anymore, right? They're not building, or maybe they talk to their upline every day and they just need another outlet, somebody to vent to, somebody to talk to get another perspective. I do that quite a bit too. So really my job, support you and build a relationship with you, connect with you. I just want you guys to feel comfortable. I want you to know from a corporate standpoint, we have your back and we want all of you to succeed. So I could go on and on about little things, Lauren Frierson, AKA Lori, but that's basically it in a nutshell.
No, I think that's awesome. And you do just an absolutely fantastic, amazing job. You're everywhere. I feel like sometimes you don't sleep. You're just everywhere all the time, on the ball, answering questions. And I know all of us that are connected to you and utilize you are just incredibly grateful for everything that you do. Mike, I know that you have been in the network marketing space for a long time. Would you tell everybody how long you've been in this space of network marketing, MLM, et cetera?
Yeah, so since 2010. So I graduated with my bachelor's in communications, which is why I never shut up. I talk a lot, that's why. And I went straight from my bachelor's like 2 months later into a network marketing company. Big, huge legacy network marketing company. Was there for about 2 years. Went to my next company, again, just climbing the corporate ladder, trying to find a home that I felt really fit me and my family. And I was at this next company for about 6 years. And then I had this little tiny startup network marketing company kind of pull me away. And I fell into that trap of, oh, it's a up and coming. Oh, ground level. Granted, I was corporate, but it was still like, oh, I can get in now when the getting's good. And it was just an absolute nightmare of an experience. And that's when I started looking for something more stable, with a great comp plan, with great people. And that's when I found Isagenix. So it's been about 13 years and I've been with Isagenix I just hit my 3-year anniversary.
Well, we're blessed to have you. So thank you so much for all you do. He's got a Facebook group as well, guys. If you want to get in on that, it's, what is it, Mike?
It's just called Isogenics Mountain / Central Regions.
Yeah.
And by the way, that just reminded me, you guys, some of you probably don't, there might be some of you on the call that aren't in the mountain or central region. Obviously, talk to your rep that's over your region, but at the same time, like if you ever need anything from me, like don't hesitate. I'm happy to, even if you don't live in the region, that's fine. Reach out anytime.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And so the other thing that we're going to get started talking about tonight, which is something that I am super excited about, is our brand partner program. So, Mike, I made you the co-host. I know you had some slides. Mike's going to talk with us about the brand part. If you're excited about the brand partner program, put a 4 in the chat. I want to see it. Let me see your 4s. Who's excited? Who knows what the partner program is, or at least has some idea? Put a 5. I see lots of 4s. I see 4s. I see some 5s. Mike knows. Good, Mike. I'm glad you know. Awesome. Okay. So Mike's going to give us an overview of the brand partner program. I think there's probably some ins and outs and tips and tricks he can share with us about this. Mike, you should be able to share your screen. So I'm going to be quiet and let you take us through and give us some more information.
Great. Okay. So judging by the chat, it seems like most people were probably on that call. Was it just last week? Just last week that Aaron Wenger kind of went through the entire program. This is not going to be that different. Okay. A lot of these slides are Aaron's slides. So it's not going to be anything kind of groundbreaking, but this is going to provide an opportunity, number one, to kind of repeat some of this stuff, kind of pound it into your head so you remember. But number two, I think Laura is going to go through some kind of common questions and some of the things people get kind of stuck on. So let me just make these pictures smaller so I can see better. Okay, so let's walk through the program. Now, let me also preface this by saying I'm not part of Aaron Wengert's team. So he's our VP of Sales Strategy. He has been building this along with his team for, almost 2 years now. They have been working on this and tweaking it and making it better for 2 years. So I've got a pretty good understanding of it, but hey, you know what? There might be 1 or 2 things that I don't know. So if something pops up, I'm happy to get the answer for you. For the most part, though, I feel like we've got a pretty good understanding. So in a nutshell, this new program called the Isogenics Brand Partners is simply an additional way to share the Isogenics products. Okay, and an additional way to create another stream of income. I want everyone to understand before we even get into it, this is not replacing the current compensation plan, the traditional network marketing compensation plan. That is not going anywhere. That will always be the foundation of Isogenics. This is just adding to it. And as we talk about what brand partners are and why they're good for your business, please keep in mind, and I'll probably reiterate this a few times, but keep in mind that the reason we created this program was to appeal to people that would they wouldn't have joined your business otherwise. So these are people that would have said, no, thank you. I don't want to build a business. Now you can go to them with a new program that actually appeals to them and works with them according to what they're used to. But let's jump into it, you guys. Let's talk about the brand partner program. Now, the goal is, I'll just jump to the bottom line. This is to create an opportunity, a money-making opportunity that's simple and attractive. That's literally the goal of the brand partner program. Okay, there are a lot of people out there that aren't interested in building a team and locking arms with others and, the strategic side of network marketing. So that's why this was born, to create something that's simple and attractive. Now, we're going to get into the numbers here in a second, but this is kind of what a brand partner is and how you can pitch it to someone in about 5 seconds. You can go to someone, and again, we'll talk about who these people would be, and you can say, hey, listen, you can earn up to 35% of your personal customer sales. There are no fees to get started or to share, and you don't have to buy anything. Pretty simple, right? Pretty attractive for a new person, for someone that might fall into this category. It's a great way, simple way to jump in and be a part of things. And then as you continue that conversation, all you got to do is you just create a product link to share. You share that link with customers and you make commissions. So this is the important question, okay? This is where people keep getting caught up. So if we have questions about this, you guys, I guess we probably don't want to interrupt, but if this doesn't make sense to you, feel free to unmute and just say, Mike, hold on a second. But I just want to spend a second on this slide. Who are brand partners? You guys, this new brand partner program, I'm going to walk through some of these numbers and you're going to say to yourself, oh man, like these numbers seem way better than the traditional comp plan. Why wouldn't everybody want to become a brand partner instead? The reason it doesn't work for everybody and it doesn't work for the majority of people is because brand partners are people that already have a built-in customer base, who have people either following them, a huge following on social media, or they work in a place where they just have a constant stream of customers or clients or patients. That's who brand partners are. The average Joe does not fall into this camp. The average Joe is going to do much better in the traditional comp plan because they get to leverage the efforts of other people, right? They don't have to do all the work themselves. Whereas with brand partners, they are doing all the work themselves. They're going out and selling to large groups of people because they already have that built-in customer base. So who am I talking about? I'm talking about somebody that might run a spa or a salon. Again, that steady stream of people coming through the doors that they can talk to. Health professionals, chiropractors, doctors, social influencers, and affiliate marketers. This is a big one. I think these people will probably have more success than anyone else just because they might have a gigantic following, right? All of us know people that have 200, 300, 500, 1 million people that follow them on Instagram, right? Or TikTok or whatever. These guys can make a video, talk about a product they love, and they might get a ton of sales from that. Again, this isn't the average Joe. I think I have like 300 followers on Instagram. This isn't for me, right? But there are people out there that can really benefit. And then of course, gyms, personal trainers. These aren't the only options, but this is just to kind of give you an idea as to who this program is for, okay? So this is where it gets really exciting. And these are the numbers that kind of pop off the screen as you're sharing them with these potential brand partners. So here's how it works. Here's how it works, excuse me. As these brand partners go out and they sell products every month, their commission, the percentage that they earn, is going to depend on how much they sell every month, okay? So let's say in January, they sell $10,000 worth of product. No volume, we don't care about volume for brand partners, $10,000 worth of product. Well, if they sell $10,000 worth of product, as you can see in the chart, they're gonna earn 30% commissions. So they're gonna get $3,000 for selling that product. They sell 10,000, they're going to get $3,000. That's it. It's that simple. You don't talk to them about building an organization. You don't talk to them about hitting certain ranks. They don't have to make any personal purchases. They don't have to stay active. None of that. They don't have a tree. All they do is they go out and they sell product every month and they earn that percentage. And then at the end of the month, guess what? Their sales wash clean. And then the next month they have to do it again. The next month they might only sell 5,000. Right? So then they're going to earn 25%. So again, there's a lot of incentive there for them to get their sales up every single month so that they can earn that higher percentage. So again, if you're able to get in front of an influencer of some kind and say, hey, look at these percentages, and it costs you nothing. It costs you absolutely nothing to get involved, and we'll start paying you right away. It gives you guys as associates that are trying to build a business and earn money, it gives you a great alternative way, I guess, to build a team. It gives you that opportunity to talk to these people that otherwise would have said, no thanks, right? Most influencers, and again, I'm thinking Instagram influencer that has 500,000 followers, they don't care about building a team, right? They've got 1 million companies they can just sell product for and make big fat commissions. Well, now Isogenics is saying, hey, Lori, you can do the same thing. If you know an influencer, if you're able to get in touch with one, you can also get them on your team and then they can earn commissions. And you, as the person that enrolled them, will also benefit. So how do you benefit? This is the big question, okay? I'll open it up in a second for Laura to ask me a few questions, but this is the number one question that people have. They say, okay, if I go out and I enroll a brand partner, right? If I enroll this Instagram influencer that has 500,000 followers and I get them on my team, how much of their volume flows up to me? And how much of the customers that purchase from them, how much of that volume flows up to me as their enroller? Well, here's the answer, okay? This is you. You're the blue bubble here. You go out, you enroll Jill on your right side, and you enroll a brand partner on your left. And that brand partner just goes nuts, right? They just go nuts. They start talking about the collagen on Instagram, and people are like, oh my gosh, I can age backwards. I can look like Laura Laurie. Like, heck yeah, I want that stuff, right? Well, guess what? 100% of the BV from your brand partner, let's say your brand partner does make a personal purchase. They don't have to, but let's say they do. Maybe they spend $100 a month. 100% of their personal purchases, 100% of that volume will go to you, and 100% of their customers' volume will go to you if you're the enroller, okay? However, 30% of that volume goes up past you. So the enroller is going to benefit 100%, but everyone above the enroller is still going to benefit, but it's going to be 30% of that overall volume instead of 100. Now, the reason for that is I've had a lot of people that get really stuck on this, and they say, well, that kind of sucks, Mike. Why wouldn't we send 100% of that volume up the tree? And the answer is simple. Well, because we're already paying huge commissions to the brand partner, right? The compensation plan can't sustain that. They can't afford to pay these big fat commissions to the brand partner and then send that volume up the tree also to get paid out on again. So you got to think of it like this, you guys. Again, a brand partner is someone that would have never joined your team before. So this brand partner, let's say they come in and they get $10,000 worth of sales. And like I said, they get 30% on that, right? So 3,000. So 3,000 volume would go up to you, or excuse me, all the volume would go up to you as the enroller. But 3,000 of the volume would go up above you, that 30%. You got to remember that 30% is way better than zero. Way better than zero. And that brand partner would have never joined your team otherwise. So now you're getting 3,000 going up the tree, whereas you would have had zero because that brand partner would have never joined. Does that make sense? You see, I have a lot of people that get stuck on, well, why doesn't 100% go up? Well, because we can't afford it. This gives you the opportunity to get a brand partner in your business. You still benefit 100% as the enroller, and your upline still benefits to get 30% of that volume that would have never come in otherwise. So I know I spent a lot of time on that slide, but man, that question has really gotten some people stuck. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that 100%. And then the last slide I'll share before I open it back up to Laura is maybe some of you are sitting here listening and you're thinking, oh man, this sounds amazing. I know people that have a lot of followers. My sister owns a salon. My brother's a chiropractor. Like, I think I can really appeal to a lot of people. How do I get them included into the brand partner program? Well, first of all, the brand partner program is still in the pilot phase. It will most likely open officially out of the pilot within a few months, but right now it's in a pilot phase. So if you want to get in and you want to get these people into the pilot, there are limited spots. So what you need to do is first go to the toolkit. So if you go to isagenixbusiness.com, you click on resources and you click on brand partner toolkit, you'll see this form. You're going to fill out this form with your information as the associate, right? You're going to fill out this form with your information. You're going to send it in. Isagenix within 48, 72 hours will send it back and most likely approve you and say you can join the program, and then you can start signing up these Isagenix brand partners. So that's what the call was about last week, you guys. Again, it's just a simple way to share, to get people excited, and to make really good commissions and to still benefit your team. So I'll stop talking. Feel free, Laura, to take over and ask me any questions, and we'll go from there.
Awesome, Mike. Thank you. Thank you. I think that everyone on this call sees the incredible benefit. And we know that the interest in affiliate marketing has jumped like hundreds of percents over the last few years, right? This is a really growing market. And it's one I think many of us have seen with the traditional network marketing model. It's a little bit trickier to get those big affiliate marketers like Mike's talking about, right? That we see on Instagram, et cetera, into our businesses, but we have incredible products and we want them. So thank you. I mean, just thank you, Isagenix, for putting this together, because it just allows us more reach in areas we otherwise wouldn't be able to tap into. And like you said, Mike, it's not instead of, right? It's just a way to reach those people we otherwise wouldn't be able to reach with our traditional network marketing model. So it's brilliant. And I am incredibly grateful for it. So let me shoot off a couple of questions. I think the questions I'm going to ask you came up in the chat, Mike, but if you want to flip through the chat, make sure I hit them all by the time we're done. My first question to you is, can a new person getting started, can they sign up as a brand partner and an associate?
Yes. So, and I think this is another question I saw pop up. So in the future, it will be possible for someone that came in just as a brand partner to convert to associate if they ever wanted to. Most won't, but the opportunity will be there. It's not there yet. But what I tell people is what they can do, like, let's say you've got someone in mind that you're like, they might be a really good brand partner, but I'm not positive which path they want to take. I would encourage you, especially because right now it's free to become an associate. We've gotten rid of the $29 fee until June 25th. I would encourage everybody, become an associate first, and then, fill out that form that I showed you. You can also become a brand partner.
Brilliant
That way
tip.
you can kind of build both ways in the meantime.
Did you guys get that? So no associate fee till June 25th. The company has waived that for those of you who didn't know. So there is no associate fee to convert. Big tip, reach out to your people who love Isogenics and tell them to convert now. It's free, and they never know when in the future they may want to rely on this income and take advantage of the volume that's accumulating because they're loyal customers. So that's a big tip from me to you. Get those people converted. But Mike's tip is, those people that are like brand partner kind of people, maybe you want to enroll them as associates. There is no fee. Now, remember, as an associate, there's a BVPV requirement, but they can also sign up for the brand partner. And if they choose to go down the brand partner path, they've got that associate plug in your tree for maybe down the road if something changes. So that's a great tip, Mike. Speaking of PVBV, does a brand partner have to have any personal volume at all to be a brand partner?
Nope, no purchase necessary at all.
Okay, awesome. So they can continue to earn commission off of anyone they share a link with that places an order. BVPV is not part of their equation because they don't have a tree, they don't have passive residual income, so that's not a factor.
Correct. And literally, you guys, for a brand partner, they're going to have, a dashboard login that they can look at, but it's got so little information by design. All they're really going to see is they're going to see the number of customer sales they have and how close they are to getting the next percentage. But that's pretty much it. There's no, like Laura just said, there's no tree, there's no BV, there's nothing confusing. It's literally just going to say, hey, you've sold X amount in sales. This is what you need to get to the next percentage point. Go nuts. You know what I mean? It's really simple on purpose.
Awesome. Okay. So my next question, Mike, is, can brand partners, are they only earning commission off of initial orders, or do they have the ability to earn off of repeat orders?
Oh no, they get repeat orders, original orders, doesn't matter. Just every single month, they just say, okay, how much in sales did they have? Boom. Next month, it might be all the same people as the month before, but they just look at that total and say, okay, how much in sales did they have? Boom. Here's your percentage. So yeah, it's any sales that you have, repeat or original, it doesn't matter.
Okay. And so here's the next question tied into that. So if I'm a brand partner and I enroll Kari Andrews and she is an associate and she orders her BV every month, I'm still, every time she orders her BV to stay paid as associate, I'm getting paid on that.
Yep.
Just the order itself. There's no tree, there's no passive income, but I'll earn commission off of her repeat orders as an associate.
Yep.
Perfect. Yep. Okay. Next question. Is the brand partner program international?
Yes, it is. The only place I'm trying to remember, I think it's Mexico and Japan where it's not available right now.
Okay, so any of the other countries that we do business, we can sign up a brand partner in the Netherlands or Canada or
As long as we're
the
in there,
UK.
yes.
Okay, awesome. Let's see.
While you're looking, Laura, too, somebody put in, I saw something fly by about the toolkit. You guys, the toolkit, I would encourage you. Sharon actually hit on this a lot too. And after she said it, I'm like, geez, I need to go read the toolkit better. But Sharon basically said on the call last week, any questions you have, well, 99% of the questions you have are going to be answered in that toolkit.
Yeah.
In each section of the brand partner toolkit. And again, that's on isogenicsbusiness.com. So go to isogenicsbusiness.com, click on resources, you'll see brand partner toolkit, click on that. But in each section, there's a Q&A, or excuse me, an FAQ. So you're going to have all the questions that you're probably thinking right now, they're going to pop up in there. I just saw somebody had asked where that was. So anyway, sorry, keep going.
No worries. I was absolutely going to touch on that. So, a lot of these affiliate marketers that we see, they represent a variety, like maybe it's beauty, right? So they'll rep a variety of different beauty products. Is that allowed in our brand partner program? Can they rep like our collagen plus other companies' products? Is that allowed?
Yes. That question, that's a really good question. So you'll notice in that question is in the FAQs. So they're still held to the same standards as our associates, where there can't be cross recruiting, you can't be pushing things that are going to compete with each other. But I think that's kind of going to evolve a little bit, the rules around that, because brand partners do work a little bit differently. But yeah, I mean, there's brand partners, they're not going to work with Isogenics exclusively, most likely. They're going to sell other products as well. So they'll still be held to the same policies and procedures. But I do think it'll evolve a little bit and probably have more detail on that soon.
Okay. And you touched upon this. I just wanted to reiterate it. This is still in a pilot situation, right? So we're still testing and working and seeing if there's things we can tweak as we go. So what we have right now may evolve, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is not necessarily the final. And is there any limit? Like, will we hit a limit of the number of brand partners as a company we allow, or is it infinite?
Well, right now for the pilot, the limit is 1,000. So I think within like 2 hours of the call ending, we had like 350 people get on there and fill out the form. So it hasn't run out yet. So obviously that slowed down, which is good. You guys still have time if you want to be a part of that. But yeah, that's where we're at. And technically though, I think it's 1,000 associates that sign up. But then you guys, like if Tracy Crosby was to go out and fill out that form, she could actually enroll more than one brand partner. There's just only 1,000 spots for associates to fill out that form. Does that make sense? But she might have multiple brand partners that she signs up. So yeah, so it is limited, but there is still some time.
Okay, fantastic. I think I just want to go back and reiterate something that you said right at the very, very beginning. This is never intended to be in lieu of our incredible compensation plan. And I think everyone on this call understands the power of our passive residual income that we create here at Isogenics. I mean, we love all of that upfront money. I don't know anybody else who does it the way that we do in terms of upfront money and the passive residual component. At least for me, that's what I've worked my tailbone off for, right? The upfront money is great, but that passive income, there's nothing like it. So this is definitely not in lieu of that, but again, a way to reach those people that may not otherwise join our business, right? So keep that in mind as you're thinking of people you want to reach out to. Mike, was there anything else that you wanted to add before I wrap it up? I've got a couple points at the end. Is there anything else you want to throw?
I've seen a couple of questions just kind of fly through about the links that they would get, the brand partner links and what they would share. So once you fill out the form and you become a brand partner, again, that doesn't erase your current associate. This is basically you just having two ways of doing things. But it gives you the ability to enroll a brand partner. When somebody becomes a brand partner, they get customized links for them. So once you go through the process, each link is going to be customized to you, personal to you, and then you share it that way. But again, all that information is in the toolkit. So I would check that out. I think that was the main thing that I saw kind of fly through. But yeah, I think that's what I have.
Well, I want to thank you so much for sharing all of that. I think we've got some really excited people on here, maybe knew a little bit, but maybe feel a little bit more empowered. I think the number one thing I want you all to take away is go to isogenicsbusiness.com. You can go to resources and go to the toolkit, or you can go to programs and select brand partner. It'll get you there the same direction. Either way, you can go to resources, or you can go to programs. Programs is like right on the screen. It's super easy to see, but either way, it's going to get you there. Go through it. All the information is there. Isogenics has done an absolutely incredible job with this toolkit so that we know exactly how this works. So I would encourage all of you, go there, go through it. If you still have questions, you know, Mike's offered out his phone number. I was going to suggest an email, but he's generous. So you all have his phone number. If you get through that toolkit and you still have a question, of course, your leaders, you know, Mike, any one of us are happy to help and answer and get those questions answered for you. I would say isogenicsbusiness.com. Get there. Great information. If you are excited about the brand partner program, I want you to put a 10 in the chat. And we normally do a little bit of work on our calls. So I'm going to give you some homework because we're going to hop off. I want to be respectful of everyone's time, including Mike's. Your homework is to reach out to 3 people, whether they're influencers, med spa owners, people that you're thinking of about this brand partner program. All right, so 3 reach outs related to the brand partner program. That's your homework. And I want you all to unmute yourselves. You all know how to unmute. And I want you all to thank Mike for taking time away from his family and evening to be with us tonight. You all, thank you all so much. Mike, thank you. Unmute,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank
Thank you,
Thanks,
Mike.
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 Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
You're amazing. And you all go have an amazing week. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Hey,
you,
Mike,
Lauren.
Mike, can